So how did the rest of the experience go on the Home Sweet Home? I know that the place that you went to was they were
Haunted.
Well, haunted.
It was haunted. Okay, so this was the only thing that I realized, so we're the only family that they put with another Black family.
Okay.
So I thought it was gonna have like really cool Indian food or some Greek food or Mexican. I really love Japanese. And so I go, oh, really? Not that I was disappointed for that. I was just mad because I wanted to have something culturally different. Well, in a Black family, somebody always has a Black family who lives more in the inner city that you could go to their house, right?
Sure.
So they wanted to show like how we can adapt. Well, my husband didn't grow up with prominent background. He just didn't. So we go to his family's house and it's not a big deal, but we had to stay there for a week and I eat out a lot. And they got to do everything I did, but we couldn't do anything they did. And I guess, they had an income they were on and I could not order Starbucks and I was melting down. I really lost my shit.
Oh, you poor thing. Oh, no.
Welcome, fellow lushes. Come on in, pull up a bar stool, and enjoy some cocktails with Dimples and the Beard.
It was a mom moment for sure. That's what was going on. And I couldn't get in because I forgot the password in order to log in from his computer. Guess what? I got my drink and I haven't even started.
All right. Well, we did, because I don't know if you did know this, but we just got your son a little drunk.
Just from our vapors.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to have any drink. Well, he doesn't drink, hopefully, but a comedian. I heard a little bit like the later part of some of the stuff you guys were saying. Yeah. And really like his first, I wouldn't say love, but his real talent is in acting. He's a really good actor, even at a young age. That was his first real, thing that he did before he did the music, even though he likes music. Like that was part of developing, but it naturally. But anyway, every night at 10 o'clock, I don't know what is going on, but my mother lives with me and he's in the other room laughing his behind off. And I hear her screaming because he turns into a comedian. So I said he has a backup at some point because I don't know what they're talking about.
So now he's gonna be a comedian. What isn't he gonna do?
I told him he should write material because he always like makes fun of people or he can imitate people really well. And it's really hilarious.
Yeah, the kid I said when we were
talking. How are you guys?
Great. How are you?
Yes, terrific.
I said I don't want to call him a kid. That seems disrespectful. But I was saying to him when we were talking to him that he just has stars shining off of him. You can just see it. Singing, acting, comedian, whatever. You can just see that he's here to entertain. So.
He's just so natural in front of the camera.
He got the talent, like, right? He's got the whole like voice and the writing and the music. I didn't get any of that stuff. You know my history with the.
I was gonna say he doesn't sound like a fat baby farting. So
my father thought that was the funniest thing.
We thought it was the funniest thing.
I played him that clip and he thinks it's hilarious. It's such a good story.
I'm telling you, we are now 80 some episodes into this thing, and that is still the hardest I have laughed during this whole thing.
Okay, good. I'm trying to think of some other funny stuff. He's always coming up with something funny. He used to always say that growing up.
Still laughing at it.
Yeah, yes. I mean, the key to comedy is always what you're least expecting getting said, right? And that, like, when you said that, I was like, that just came from way over here.
Well, you know what? Like, okay, was it appropriate? No, probably not, but it was funny and it was true. So I think if we're just being realistic and just being ourselves, and I think we can relate more, then, try to like put this whole facade on. I mean, it is I have no musical talent.
Well, they often say, I think, skip a generation, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Because I got none. My son got it all.
Oh, really? See, the kids get it.
Oh, so maybe my kid will have it.
Yeah.
Yay. So before we get any further, we can actually introduce Elan Carter Price. Thank you for coming back.
Thank you for having me back.
We don't get a lot of return guests, so it's you
I
actually.
feel so privileged.
Well, I was just gonna say you were actually honest when you said you liked it. Some of them say they like it, and you ask them back. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So
we have a reason to come back, but yes, thank you. It all worked out great. No, if you weren't listening to the first part of the show, when we talked to Trace, which we're still just going over to yours, but we picked the name of the drink is Temptation in honor of your dad.
Oh,
yeah,
thank you,
grandfather. So yes,
toast.
Cheers.
Cheers. And it is a cocktail.
It is. There's all.
What do you guys have in there?
I don't know. He makes them. What is it in there?
That's a good question.
Uh-oh.
Whiskey.
Well, whiskey for sure.
I know I handed you a big bottle of Jack Daniels, so.
So you have some whiskey in there. So this is gonna get funny.
Yeah. Or I'm gonna fall asleep, one or the other. So
that too. Like that's what happens with me. If I drink, I get sleepy.
Yeah. Well, it depends what I drink, but whiskey's tough for me. Yeah, whiskey will kick my butt.
So yeah, I gotta read it because so Temptation cocktail is blended whiskey, a French vermouth, triple sec, an Asti liqueur, and then a twist of lime and lemon.
Wow. There's like a triple quadruple decker.
Yes.
You're going to be bent tonight.
After 2, yes. But you know what?
I'm sorry to make you choke.
I sure am.
Not in that way. I don't mean that way.
This will definitely be the last of the cocktails for the night. So it's isn't it Monday?
It's Monday already.
It's Monday. Starting the week off.
Yeah.
But when I saw the name, I'm like, we have to, both of you tonight, we have to.
Yes, this is a good one. I'm going to show him that. In honor of him, we have a new drink for him.
Yeah. And
there you go. So maybe he'll like it.
For people that haven't seen your first episode, don't watch Trace's episode. Your father, your stepfather, correct, is Otis Williams, one of the founders of the Temptations. So we
and welcome you back. Well, and again, if you weren't listening, his show is coming to Appleton.
Yeah.
We have a pre-AC. I think it's next season. I think it's the 2023. They always announce the show's coming. And I happened to be walking by it yesterday, actually. The what?
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm like, boom, look at that. I'm gonna dig into it, and I definitely want to see it.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not just saying this. In high school, I listened to the 50s music all the time. Me and my buddies, we would play that over and over, and they were part of the rotation. The Temptations were part of the rotation. It was so good.
You know these old songs when you're kids because your parents play it, and like with my son, he knows all these old school songs, and everyone's like, how does he know those songs? Because I always play old school for what my parents listened to, and then I played Prince and Michael Jackson. He's like, I'm so over it. I think I had the Bee Gees on the other day, and he told my husband, I have PTSD. When I would get mad at him and I would take him to school, I would blast the Bee Gees. He's yawning over there. See, he's already sleeping.
No. No.
PTSD for some of the songs, but that's the best music, especially nowadays. I mean, it's trying to get better.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go. Trace is starting, and he's going to start to make it better for everybody.
Yes, he is. He's really. He's got some new songs. He's got some more crossover. He's like an alternative song that I really like, kind of Post Malone-ish.
Yeah.
And so I figured that out soon.
That's awesome.
So seriously, how proud are you of him? My gosh, the guy is just killing it right now and everywhere.
He's really a nice kid. I mean, except with me, he's a teenager still, but he gives me total attitude, and I tell him I'm gonna jack him up. But for the most part, and when people meet him, his demeanor's a lot different when you meet him in person. Because I go, he does music, he does rap, but he's really a nice person, and he's got a heart, and that means a lot and goes a lot. Goes a long way. And he has the business sense of it, which he got from Otis, because Otis is the business part of the group. So for most, that's basically what he has. He's the business side of it, and he's on it.
He has. Yeah, there was nothing fake about the interview we just had with him. That was all genuine.
Okay. Yeah.
He was so genuine. Yeah.
He had fun. He goes, "Oh, they were cool." I said, "They're funny, huh?"
Wow, we got cool. That's awesome.
Wow.
18-year-old.
That doesn't happen.
We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll definitely take it.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you very much for setting that up, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely have him. We told him we'll have him back on when he launches his
anything.
next single or anything. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
That'd be
Anything.
great.
So, what do you got going on? Since last time we chit chatted.
Last time we checked, I have several things going on. So I have an NFT thing with some of the Playmates now. I know the other bunnies have Rogue Girls, but we were working on ours before they announced theirs, and then they announced theirs. So they got a whole bunch of the good girls. They were already taken, and while we were doing all the minutia, but ours is very different. And of course, like, for me, it's never any competition with any of the Playmates because all the Playmates are like sisters and they're all doing their thing, right? Which I'm very supportive and happy for them. Ours is very unique, and the artists that we have and the whole attachment, it will be quite different than theirs.
Okay.
And I think that everyone's gonna really like it. It's more I don't want to say modern, more futuristic.
Okay.
Very futuristic. It's almost right there, like another week, I probably can actually talk about it, or at least release the name of it.
Sure.
We're just finishing up the final work and the trademark. And because the other girls have theirs, I was told I couldn't say it because I was going to talk about it tonight.
Yes.
We've got some very classic, like, beauties. Some of, like, we still got a group of you're going to be your favorite girls. You're going to be surprised. Really, like, stunners that were very popular girls. So, and it's going to be a small group, but it's going to be fun. This is going to be fun.
Cool. Yeah. And I mean, as somebody who's starting to get into it and starting to build an NFT portfolio, there's always room for other NFTs, obviously.
Yes.
So, I mean, I will, I mean, it'd be cool to see the difference between the two and, the difference in the vision.
It's like night and day. Yeah. And when we were working on it, it was the kind of whole thing that I had, the concept. I wanted it to be different. I wanted it to be the Playmates, but not really be Playmatey. You know what I'm saying? Because our stuff is all over the internet. You can always get an image of a pretty naked girl on there because it's all over the place, right? So it had to be something that if it's an NFT, well, you have to have value to it. You have to want it. And you have to want to put it in your house if you're going to put it in your house.
Correct.
So it's so unique and different that you go, well, who is that? But I think I know who it is. And I can't, if I tell you too much, you'll know the concept. It's right there. It's very cool. Very different.
Well, it's exciting. It sounds exciting. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some girls, like with the rest of the girls, they all have their stories. All the girls have stories from the mansion, which now that it doesn't exist anymore, we all have our own really cool things to talk about. And so we have a group of girls that has really juicy things that some of the fans are going to want to hear.
Well, that's what we find out, obviously, as we look at these episodes and the amount of people that view our episodes. Obviously, our most popular episodes are with the Playmates. And
go figure.
I mean, it's not shocking because it's not just the guys that were buying the magazines to see naked girls. It's people that are interested in your stories and what you've been up to since. I mean, they're not coming on here to see your naked pictures. They're not here. So they are interested in your stories and what you're up to now. And I think any type of project like that from that world is going to do well.
Yeah. I mean, just like I said, we did a group because we just brought on some new girls and the group, I just listened to their stories and there was stuff that I didn't know because I didn't hang out with that group of girls, right? We were all friends and we worked together. We would travel and do promotions, but some of the stuff, and then they knew one about the other and the other did this and this one went to Brunei. And I was like, oh, and then that happened to Brunei. I mean, so I'm going to tell you a little bit without telling you everything, and I would hear the rumors, but I didn't know who did what. They were like, have girls that were firsthand there. Now we might not be able to tell the names and drop names if we could tell you what went on.
Yeah, right.
That's okay.
Yeah. So that will be fun for you guys to hear those stories. And You'll have a whole bunch of viewers wanting to hear that.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Like I said, there's
shenanigans.
What's that?
A lot of shenanigans.
We're all about shenanigans for sure.
Yes. And as you said, I mean, people are they love to hear the stories.
Yeah.
They love to see what you're up to. They love to see where you're at today. That's the fun of it, that you're still around. And the sorority is still the biggest part for me that you talk about. I love that.
And then I always say, try to help the other girls, like make sure everyone's okay. There's a couple of girls that you hear they're not doing good. And I'm like, you guys should check on them.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they don't have the same opportunities. You don't know what happened. Life happens. So I'm sorry. Life happens. And when life happens, you don't know what happens with people. And I think that's one thing about Playboy. It's a sorority. And now that it's not there anymore, it's kind of dissolved. That's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
So I think this will bring everything back full circle, because I think a German company bought Playboy. So they have no clue about anything that was going on, really.
Right. And they don't care. Exactly. They just want to.
Right.
Yeah. All about money now.
They just want them to have. Well, and that's a great point you just brought up, because not even though it's a selective crew or a number of late girls, not everyone turned out their life's perfect. Not everyone did wonderful after the fact. So it's great that you're talking about them, and the ones that, you just want to hear about. So let's see where they're up to. That means a lot.
Girls talk about like what happened when they did the special. Like, I didn't look at it, but I just heard, some people are angry about it, but I'm like, a lot of stuff did happen. You got to think about it. It may not have happened to you, but a lot of stuff went on. Some of the girls that I know that I really liked, some of the girls overdosed there at the mansion.
Yeah.
It's little things like that. And you feel sorry, because I look back and I reflect and go, well, how did that happen? Because I really liked that girl. And I think you get caught up because of what was going on. And my thing is always, because I grew up in entertainment, my mentality was always different. I'd go there, work, and leave the mansion. But if you got someone from the Midwest that comes and actually sees what's going on, and they see all the stars and the entertainment and everything that happened every night, because every night it was almost a party. It was a party every night.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of the girls got caught up. And some of it's sad and some of it's good and benefited for them at that time. But I think when you're young, you never think you're going to get to that age, right? And you age out and you don't prepare. And that happens to a lot of people. You just age out and you just not prepared for what's the future.
Yeah.
And so that part of it is the sad part, which.
Sure.
Yeah. But good stuff is we got the good stories.
Well, and that's good. And what we'd like to ask you is, we had some mansion stories last time we talked, but since then we've got a lot of the movie there, the documentary that came out. We don't care about that, because that was a lot of negativity, but we've heard so much positive about Hef. So do you have a favorite Hef story that influenced you or anything, just on him by himself, or not the mansion, but himself?
I remember I had some mutual friends and going out to dinner with him and Kimberly, because when I came out, he was still married. Okay. So it was a different energy at that time, and so I remember going out to dinner with him, and he was just being happy. He was his normal self, totally different than when I'm at the mansion and there's a party, because there was an image, there was a facade. He had to come out and he had to be that image in that facade and come out with the twins, triplets, or whoever the flavor of the month was, But, there was a lot of philanthropy work that I heard they did. He gave money to people that were in need, and he helped a lot of people. So that's the stuff that they don't talk about. And I don't know per se every single thing, but I just heard that he did do that.
Yeah, for sure.
And we've heard stories through the interviews that a lot of people, maybe not just the money, but just helping them. Different ways. And
in different ways, when people were having a hard time or struggling, and he knew who they were, whether it was a place to stay, whether he paid for their medical care, he just made sure everybody would have an opportunity, or he reached out just to find out what was going on. Yeah.
Those are the stories that I wish somebody would make a documentary about that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure someone's going to come out. It's just a matter of someone feeling comfortable enough to talk. Now, by the time Hef came out, he was close to 90. So everybody that worked there that knows all the stories, they're old too. So
that's true.
They can remember what was going on, right?
Right. That's true. That's true.
Down to their kids. Because I remember when he married Kimberly, and I know that the sons are mad, but I'm like, so much stuff had happened by that time, and they were little kids, and now they're grown men, which happens so fast. I'm like, oh, there was so much crazy stuff before that. Even you guys even came along, so,
Right? Excuse me.
Exactly.
I don't know about that drink. He's struggling over there.
It seems to be, doesn't he?
That temptation got it.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I should stop drinking it.
Well, between we were talking, I'm like, well, it's a different tasting drink. He's like, it's getting better every drink.
Yeah,
Better every sip, right?
it is. Yeah. So it's growing on me. So
It's a different taste, that's for sure.
So where have travels taken you since we last spoke to you? We know you love to tour the world. So have you
I figured I'll give him some more real quick.
He's like, please stop. Where have I gone? I actually haven't gone a lot of places. Usually I'm like off and running. I think I've only been back to Maui. And they've only been in Maui since we last speak, which I always we always go over there, which is my favorite place.
Yeah.
Right.
I've never been, but it's definitely a bucket list item. We're going to Belize in January, and that idea came from Tina Bachrath. So she was posting stuff when she was over there, and then when we were thinking about someplace to go, I was like, how about Belize? And I went to book it, and I thought Belize was an island.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Yeah.
I heard it's beautiful though.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Too. Costa Rica.
Yeah, I've been to Costa Rica. I love Costa Rica.
Love Costa Rica.
Yeah. It was way down south in Costa Rica, almost to Panama, and beautiful on the Gulf side. Beautiful. So,
I would love to go there. I heard it's kind of like raw, like Hawaii, but not as expensive. Hawaii is so expensive now. It didn't used to be, but it's ridiculous. Like I just tell people, it's a grip.
Yeah, where I stay in Costa Rica was definitely, it's very comparable to, we're in the Midwest, and it was very comparable price-wise, everything. Yeah. And we're right on the ocean, or right on the Gulf, but yeah, it was beautiful.
And the service was good. Like you guys stayed in a hotel, and that was good.
Yeah, we stayed in just a little resort. There was like a 22-room resort, and I had a restaurant right on site, and we were a 5-minute car ride to a little town. So, and if I could remember the name of the town, I would tell you, but I could find it, but I don't remember it right now. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful part of the world for sure.
Well, I don't know where I'm going to go next. And we're talking about going to Cabo soon. Of course, I want to go back to, because of COVID, I haven't gone overseas. So I really would like to go to Italy and Greece.
Okay.
I was like, I love Italy, and I always want to go there every couple of years. Haven't been in a few years, and I definitely would like go back to Greece. I really like Santorini. It was really nice.
Nice.
So let's go back. But what's on your bucket list for the first time travel? What's the number one?
Okay, I'm gonna go to Egypt. I haven't been to Egypt, and I would like to go to Africa. I haven't been there either. Love to go to Egypt because I want to go to the pyramids, and I know it's cliche, but I just need to do it. I want to go to Africa. I want to see safari. I want to see the animals. I love, lions. I just have the lions and the tigers. I don't know why I'm obsessed with lions
And bears.
Oh my!
I just think they're so beautiful. I just want to see that. I don't want to see them eating other animals, but I definitely want to see them.
Well, you're going to have to close your eyes then.
But I want one of those things where the buses are full. I don't know those crazy people that go and then they park and they go with the safari guy and they just sit there and the lions. I'm like, well, that is crazy. I'm not doing that.
I'm not getting out of this Jeep, no matter what.
I want a shield. But like you said, in Egypt, it's cliche, but how do you not? If you're going to go over there,
it's
like gotta be amazing.
Just the culture of the Egyptian, it's so mysterious. It's so much we don't know about. Yeah. And I hear that when you go into the pyramids, that you feel some kind of energy. And I'm sure it's very magical because it has so many things that they did that we don't know about in the pyramids. I met an Egyptian guy, and what he said to me is they stopped letting the people go in because there were underground tunnels which had water underneath, and people were getting killed in there.
Oh, so really?
They really rearrange how people went in. Yeah, he's from Egypt, and he said that's the real reason why you have to get permission to go now. Like you have to get permission to go into the pyramids.
Okay.
Oh,
like a special pass now. You can't just go over there and go in the pyramids like as a tourist anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know how that is, but that's what I heard.
Okay, we'll get a research that before we go there.
I certainly don't see it as cliche, because I think anybody given the chance, I would love to go and see them. I mean, there's certain things in the world that I would love to see, and that's definitely on the list.
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, I come from an engineering world, so I would love to go see it and just, how in the hell did they do this? This doesn't make any sense.
Well, we keep saying aliens. We don't know.
Right.
I just think that they were really advanced. And I think that probably more advanced than we are now. And we don't know what happened that just wiped everybody out, and the secrets went too.
Yep.
And I think that that's just what happened. Some world thing happened. And then the culture is gone. The people are gone. And we just don't know. And I do think that we're just not even as advanced right today as they were then.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like it just kind of started over, and we're only on the precipice of where they eventually got to. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just getting there. And I think our ego is so like, oh yeah, we know.
That's true too.
Right. There's
modern eyes, we do have a big ego, or it's aliens. And that's where that energy comes from when you go inside, like you said.
Right.
The aliens are still there.
You never know. They're all around us.
Still be here. I don't know. They probably are walking amongst us. And
I'm not saying yes or no, but aliens, yes or no?
Maybe there's some weird people.
Well, you're kind of talking to two of them right now.
And you have to question, are they have some alien DNA? Because you're like, that's just not human.
Well, that's true.
It looks like little alienish.
I'm a believer. I'm a true believer.
Yeah, we're not the only things in the universe. That's another thing. Our egos are so like, I think the Bible's been altered, to believe what they want us to believe. I'm not saying I don't believe. I'm just saying that everything's been altered.
Sure.
And now people are starting to become more awakened and more advanced. And I think we're starting to question, and we're getting a more like, that doesn't make sense. I just think we're evolving more.
Right. And that's a good thing. Just keep asking questions. Keep having conversations.
Yeah.
Keep asking
Conversation and question. That's the way.
Yeah, that's true. But you have that group and you just want to go knock. They're just never going to get it.
Well, yeah. You can only have so many conversations with so many people, but.
So you can't tell us everybody that's in your NFT circle?
Susie's in our circle. Susie Singstop.
Okay.
So
the other couple I can't say yet. Some good ones though. You're gonna like it.
Oh, I don't know how I wouldn't.
We've had wonderful conversations with Susie on Messenger. We've worked to try and get her on. Someday we're going to make it happen.
She knows I'm here. So as soon as we get that, like, it should be in the next week or two. So you'll have to have her on, since I've been on twice, and then she can talk about it.
Yeah, 100%.
So then we can go ahead.
I said I can chirp in. You can chirp in.
Yes.
But yeah, then I'll just say, hey, you go and you can drop the name.
Well, I do know from just the messaging back and forth, she's a sweetheart, and she's been great, and so I'm excited to talk to her. So
and we can wait for your episode to kind of, when you do the drop, and then you can announce the name. Then maybe we didn't talk about it right now,
we can do that.
But we can put it in the description and everything.
Okay, we could do that. I'm also working on another thing. So a family TV show. I don't know. I think I told you I did a reality family show.
Yeah, that Home Sweet Home thing.
Home Sweet Home. But this is something totally different with just my family. So I'm in the midst of negotiating that right now. So that might be coming soon. And then I have a film I'm going to be working on.
Oh, really? What's that?
It's be in the film too. And so between the film and then the TV show that's coming out.
Wow. So you've certainly been busy. You haven't been traveling, but you've been busy since we talked to you.
Right. I'm trying to make things happen. Right.
You got to be able to keep affording that travel. So you got to make things happen.
That's exactly why I'm like, okay, I need to make some money or make a studio pay for our travels.
Pandemic was tough on everybody.
Price family traveling. Right. So they can.
Well, that's the smartest thing ever, is just to make someone else pay for your travels.
Exactly. And the thing is, we travel so much that they actually asked. You know, we were approached
Nice.
because we are always gone and we are pretty silly and funny and, you know, that's.
I was going to say, I would imagine you had some of that generated from the appearance on Home Sweet Home. I think last time we talked, it wasn't officially viewable. Now I've seen a little bit of it here and there, pieces of it. Yeah, we actually talked to Trace because I saw that when you guys went to the house, it had a recording studio. So he brought up the part about recording the theme song.
Theme song. That's awesome.
Yeah, he did. You know, the funny thing is we were there one night and he sleep. And there was a room he slept in the room next to the studio, right? Mm-hmm. The studio music went on in the middle of the night, blasting by itself. The recording studio just started blasting. And I think Trace just started screaming and froze because he was scared. He's calling us. He's like, come, the music's blasting. There's a ghost in the studio. It was weird. I guess they're like, get out our house, people. We don't know who you are. But that really
didn't mention that part.
Yeah.
But that's all right. We don't have to
talk about it.
You're in a stranger's house and all of a sudden that happens. Of course you're going to be like,
I'd be scared.
Yeah, it just started blasting. It was weird. It was just kind of a weird thing. And he did the studio music. But yeah, that came out. So this is going to be like just our show. It'll be us. So it's not going to be like somebody else. So it's going to be basically us. And maybe my dad will be on it if he's not on tour. He's always gone.
Yeah.
He's always on the road right now.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah. And I would imagine there's a period where he wasn't on tour for a little bit. And then the resurgence of this magical music that was coming out of the 50s and out of Detroit has been nonstop, it seems like.
Well, and then the play is done. Really. That's really one of the reasons why he's gone a lot, because the play is doing phenomenal. And so it just opened in Detroit a week ago. And then they had to open something for Motown because they have a new building. So Barry Gordy was there and Smokey Robinson.
Wow.
So he's doing a interview with Gayle King. I think
wow.
Right. She was there, but he's doing one just with her. Yeah, he's still kicking ass.
That's so good. That's nice.
Yeah. And I hope someday that Trace can record something with him.
Yes.
Because that would be amazing to have.
We would love that if his team will allow it. Actually, he was on the red carpet with Trace about a month or two ago, and Jimmy Kimmel was there.
Okay, yeah.
Very excited about that. He got to meet Jimmy Kimmel, and he was very sweet because he was talking to my dad, and he comes over. He's like, it's Jimmy Kimmel. And he was so nice to him. He was very sweet to Trace.
That's awesome.
Well, it's good to hear. Yeah.
That was good to hear. Really nice.
But those names, the big names, sometimes you just never know how they're going to be. But yeah, it's good to hear once in a while.
Yeah. Especially someone young,
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I mean, to your point, how quickly they could just blow them off.
Oh, so many people have. That's why it was so nice. And it was very refreshing.
Yeah.
That he took the time to meet him and say hi.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. So how did the rest of the experience go on the Home Sweet Home? I know that the place that you went to was
haunted.
Well, haunted.
It was haunted. Okay. So this was the only thing that I realized, so we're the only family that they put with another Black family.
Okay.
So I thought it was going to have like really cool Indian food or some Greek food or Mexican. I really love Japanese. And so I go, oh, really? Not that I was disappointed for that. I was just mad because I wanted to have something culturally different. Well, in a Black family, somebody always has a Black family who lives more in the inner city that you could go to their house, right?
Sure.
So they wanted to show how we can adapt. Well, my husband grew up with prominent background. He just didn't. So we go to his family's house and it's not a big deal, but we had to stay there for a week and I eat out a lot and they got to do everything I did, but we couldn't do anything they did. And I guess, they had an income they were on and I could not order Starbucks and I was melting down. I really lost my shit.
Oh, you poor thing. Oh, no.
Oh, my God. I can't have Starbucks. And then I realized, oh, my God. When you don't realize how you act until you look back and watch something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my God. But the best thing that they had a ranch and they had a whole bunch of horses.
Yep.
You had to go to their ranch because they had like kids who were in gangs and teach them how to get out of that stuff. And that was the most fun thing I got to do. So my mother lives with us. So my mother was on the show. We had to go to the stables and do everything that, you know, you do with the horses, but they wanted me to clean the horse poo.
No,
I am not doing that. And they were like, you have to clean the horse poo. I was like, watch this. I have to go to the bathroom. And so when I got this from Snoop Dogg, I don't know if I told you this last time. He had a reality show, and his reality show, he had his people on, and he was going to go get this acupuncture. And the guy who did the acupuncture, the guy was blind. He had the needles in his hand. So he had his, like, you know, the rappers, they have their posse. He had his posse in the waiting room. He runs out and he goes, church on the go. And everybody ran. So that's his word. We need to leave and run out. You go church on the go. I warned my mom. I was like, I'm not doing that. So Trace is being a good sport, clean, and he doesn't like to get his hands dirty. So I'm laughing because Trace is so like, oh, don't touch me. And so my mom, we're at the ranch and they're cleaning horse shit, manure, big buckets. And I looked at, I go, church on the go. And I took off and they showed that. And they said I was like, Twitter was blowing up. Oh, she's so mean. I was like, no, I am not mean. I said I was not going to do poop. I'm not cleaning that.
Now I got to know, is the Starbucks habit back?
Oh, of course. I had really melted down. So what I did was we had a week. No, we had 24-hour security sitting in front of the house, right? I made my husband go at 6:00 in the morning and walk to Starbucks. He was in the hood. And I said, I'm not back right if you don't go get me a Starbucks. So when they came in, I was like, hi. And then they're like, oh, can we get you in the morning with the no makeup in here? I was like, no, really? Come on now. So I go in the bathroom. I have the hair and makeup on. I come out with my Starbucks. Like, hello, I'm here. Yes, I was that girl.
Come that's love right there.
I was that girl. I had to have coffee.
I know, but your husband, he loves you when he's walking.
He knows. The kids know. They know if I don't have coffee in the morning, they know how I am. So he knew I had to have the coffee. They knew.
He loves her and he knows what's best for him.
He knows what's best for him. He knows I better have coffee in the morning.
Right. And when you were talking about the poop store, I was just like, why would it be just like, Trace? This is why I have children.
Right? Trace and London. My daughter's name is London.
Yep.
She was sitting there like, just couldn't be bothered. She's like, you know, you have me clean and poo. And then I realized my kids are a bit spoiled. They were so happy to get home because we had to cook the food and the recipes they had.
Okay.
Well, they're the nicest family, but their food was terrible. Like when I got there, they left tacos. So we had to cook what they cooked. Like we had to leave food for them. And I got there were tacos. And so you had to guess what culture the food was. I mean, the people were, right? So I got there and I'm like, this is not Mexican people. This is the worst tacos I've ever had. The meat, it was so gross. It was so bad. So I hate to say, I don't want to be like not loving, but I didn't like the food. So I couldn't wait to get home to eat.
All the while they were playing in your backyard, swimming in your pool.
No Laurie seasoned salt.
Oh yeah. Yep.
No Laurie seasoned salt. And I felt bad because they said their kids didn't want to leave. They didn't want to just stay at my house.
Well, yeah, you can't blame them, you know.
Are you, is that where you currently are? That house that was featured on that show?
Right now?
Well, yeah. I mean, are you still in that house? Is that still your house?
No, I'm at my house.
No. That's what I mean. The house that
the family stayed in your house.
They filmed, that's the house. Yeah, they were here. They were getting massages. They got massages on the show.
I know. I loved it when they were like, "There's no chores." They have them. They have a cleaning lady and a pool guy. Kids, but you have no chores.
Know what? My children appreciate it, because they were such a loving family and they were just trying to like make me ends meet. And the father was really nice. And
yeah.
It was really good experience. It's just that I just can get the food I want. If I have good food and coffee, I'm in a good mood.
Right. I mean, I think that goes for everybody.
Yeah.
So once you got home, did you be like, Trace in London, we have chores for you now?
We tried that. That even lasted a day. I always said, Trace, take out the garbage. I'm taking out the garbage. The only good thing he does is he'll feed the dogs. But we have 4 dogs and now a cat. I gotten a cat since.
I'm sorry.
I know, and I never had a cat before, but she's a lovely little kitty.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, his chores. I told him we gotta make a lot of money.
My chores are in the recording studio.
Yeah, you better get
I
good
gotta
at
go.
that music, kid.
It's selective chores. And my daughter is just as bad. Like her too. She's spoiled. So Otis said, you've got the kids spoiled. You need to make them do this and this. And I was like, I know. He was just saying that to me like 2 days ago.
Well, did they just yell church on the go and they ran to their
Church
studio?
on the go. They know church on the go, right? It's another saying for Irish goodbye. But you can't say Irish goodbye because everybody knows that one, right?
Yep.
Usually I'm like Irish goodbye. Church on the go, everybody just leaves at one time.
Believe me, I'm gonna be using this.
Oh, I Irish goodbye. I'm Irish. I Irish goodbye all the time.
I have Irish in me too, and I do Irish goodbye. But I do tell people church on the go. It's a little sneakier.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that's funny.
And I'm not Irish, so I can't really use that one.
We gotta adapt.
So
I just learned it. I'm like,
pass the word down. Tell all your friends before you get to the parties. Look at what, church on the go. And if someone says church on the go, everyone knows to dissipate to their own area. You all meet at the car or wherever you go.
Just slowly make your way. Everybody to the perimeter. Oh shit.
oh well, I hope what you're working on is as fun as your last reality
And the
show.
last one. Well, they're going to just see how we really act. Like that, it's just going to be us. And we're such characters. And people were like, always tell us you guys should have your own show because we just talk so much shit in the house.
Perfect.
When they asked us to do the show, I was like, we're not interested. All we do is talk shit. Like we rag on each other and we do silly stuff. And so that's basically what they're going to be seeing.
That's perfect.
So have they filmed anything as a pilot?
No, they're organizing what we're going to start filming, the schedule, the people that we're involved in, our lifestyle, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm trying to pry.
Right. I was gonna say, is this a streaming service? It's gonna be on a streaming service or
Hopefully it'll be on a network.
Oh,
I'm just gonna have to watch I don't know about the cussing. When I'm home, I like to cuss. And so I have to worry about that.
You need to get on cable. Yeah, you gotta.
You don't have to worry about it on here.
The F-bomb. We can't be like shit.
Yeah.
a lot of bleeping going on.
Well,
bleep,
they're like,
we'll let you come on here and get all your swear words out whenever you want.
Good.
The executive will be like, the whole episode is just bleeping. We can't hear this. It's all bleeping.
Oh, come on. You ever watch an episode of Hell's Kitchen? It's all bleeps.
Yes. Yes.
It's all bleeps.
Well, I was gonna say if the Osbournes can get on.
Oh my gosh.
We don't need to bleep them. You can't understand a word that came out of Ozzy's mouth.
I can't understand anything. I'm struggling. I'm like, listen, what is he saying?
Yeah, it's kind of like watch him after this guy turns into a little bit of a mush mouth after a few too many cocktails. So
it's not a slow, it's a
switch.
Done. It's just a switch that goes on and I'm a mush mouth.
Really?
We definitely have an episode or two where the end of the episode has gotten to that point.
Oh my God, I have to watch that.
It's not there's no slow. It's done.
It's
so
right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know it.
Never with guests though. We're professional with the guests.
I know you guys are so good. No, I'm good too. Unless I'm like mad or something's aggravating me, I'll swear. But for the most part, but if you're gonna have, one of the things when we were filming is you're conscious of the camera, but then you forget.
Yeah.
And so when they're there all day, some of the things, my kids would go, Mom, look. And I was like, uh-oh. They had a camcorder in the car. And that's when we drove by the Starbucks. And that's when I melted down. Flashing. And I was like, what the fuck? That was a Starbucks. Did you just pass the Starbucks? I can't believe you didn't go to Starbucks. I'm starving. Like I was hungry. And what they do is they don't feed you the whole day. So they know you're going to lose your shit. They know you're going to get mad. That's how they get you. Because they know. Then I remember them looking at me going, oh, so why don't you stop on the way back to the house and grab something? Because it was the first day we got to go out when we went to the ranch. And she's like, you look a little hungry. Are you okay? Well, it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we left at 7 and I haven't eaten.
Oh,
Knew I was going to do that.
They know.
They're setting you up for the kill every time.
They set me up.
Drama
They've been doing that before. That's right. So how would you say? So it was a week away, but was it really just a week? I mean, it was
It was 5. It was supposed to be 7 days, but they narrowed it down to 5, and I was really happy.
Okay. So after how long did you just forget the cameras? Kind of the whole day. You're just
second day.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to come in the bathroom. Trace and I would hide in the bathroom. They would knock on the door. Can we come in? He's like, nope. Yeah. He's like coming out the bathroom. He had to remember to turn his mic on. He was trying to do his business and he walks out and the camera's like right there.
Oh.
Yeah. It was like that kind of, you gotta think about it. Cause when I thought about the Kardashians and people make fun of them, and I'm like, you know what? I have a whole new respect after doing that show because I was exhausted.
Right.
Doing it for 10 years.
Yeah, and they can do whatever they want. I mean, obviously, I'm assuming the Kardashians have a little more control over what actually gets put out. But on a show like that, right. I mean, they can put out whatever they want of you. Will you have a little more creative control on the one that's with your?
I don't know. I hope so. I'm trying to get a little bit more creative.
Final say.
Yeah.
And leave me the fuck alone when I'm in the bathroom.
Exactly. The kids were like, seriously?
Yeah.
Hey, my daughter was not feeling good one day. They had the camera right there. And I'm like, you know what? A lot of that stuff is real because they don't even think about it. Like they had the camera and I'm texting someone and I was actually probably not saying something nice. And they had the camera right there looking at the phone. And I was like, uh-oh, because I was basically saying, I'm ready to go home. I'm tired of the food, right?
Busted.
Right. And I'm like, oh, did you catch that? Because I said, I'm ready to go home because I don't like the food. And they have the phone. They're looking at my camera. Like, look at my text.
Yeah.
And the camera guys, I would imagine they're like, get that, zoom in on the phone.
Right. They do all that. People don't realize it's very invasive. They don't care. They want to catch you. And if you're not paying attention, that's when they get you. And then they have the camera set up when everyone leaves. The cameras are set up in the house.
Okay.
You forget.
Yeah, you get back. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. So the question is, why would you want to do it again?
I think that the money to travel, but I'm not going to speak for you.
This is actually for us as a family thing, not like someone else's project.
Yeah.
It's just on us and helping like Trace's career developing with his grandfather. It'll be more like that type of thing.
Yeah. And you could talk about your NFTs and you could, I was just, the minute I said it, I was like, yeah, then you can,
use it as
Trace could be, you could show him going to the studio.
If I'm developing something or he has a whole team, he has a publicist.
Yeah.
And so we're on a red carpet all the time. They'll show stuff like that.
Right.
We're hoping to be more like that. No shoes flying, cussing anyone, nothing like that. I might punch somebody out, a couple people, but.
So I'm assuming the first thing in your contract will be, don't discourage me from going to Starbucks.
Yeah. Well, they'll see that I have to have like a Starbucks or a Pete's Coffee. I don't know if you guys have Pete's Coffee out there. Pete's Coffee is stronger. It's stronger than Starbucks, and I think it's from Seattle.
Oh, yeah. We can buy bags of Pete's here, but we don't have any stores.
And have it because Pete's is stronger. Coffee.
I've had it. Yeah.
Do you like it?
I do like it. Yeah, I do.
Good. I mean, Starbucks can taste a little burnt. Their beans taste burnt.
Yeah.
Right. Unless you're drinking like a latte, but the Pete's coffee is actually richer.
I don't mind going to Starbucks, going there to get it, but when I buy coffee from the grocery store, I choose not to buy Starbucks. I don't like their.
I don't buy Starbucks from the grocery store.
Yeah, I would buy Pete's, and I will before, I will again.
There goes that chance at the Starbucks promotion.
I'll drink it. I'll go to the. No, I won't. I do. We have them wrong. Well, they're everywhere. They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
They're on the moon.
The worst place was and this was years and years ago. You visited Dallas, and coming from Wisconsin, we were there. I remember I was obsessed with Starbucks because we just got it in Wisconsin 20 years ago. Well, my daughter was just born, so 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So. And I remember getting down there. I'm like, oh, Starbucks. So we got to stop. And then we turn the corner. There's another Starbucks. We turn the corner. There'd be another. They literally had a Starbucks on every, like the same block, but every four corners. So you could hit it.
Corner.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Now they've redone all of them. And they have a new name for them. They're like the high end version of it. Have you seen it? We have a new one. Oh, there's a whole bunch of new fancy ones here with like really pretty wood, and it's more like a little cocktail lounge.
Yeah, I've heard about
You
that.
go there
So
because
you get like a concierge or something who takes you.
darn near. The fanciest one I've been to is one in Palm Springs. So it's like a concierge thing going on there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I've heard that. Like Starbucks Reserve or something like that.
Yeah, the reserve. That's exactly what it is. It looks like a cocktail lounge, which is really nice.
Yeah. And there's
they sucker you in that way.
yeah.
oh, nope, never even heard of it.
Yeah. From what I've heard, like you walk in and you get a concierge takes you and asks you what you preferred out of the
Reserve.
Oh, I'm
And
in.
look at
I'd be.
how nice. Yeah, look how nice it is, and you'll go, oh, and so it makes you want to sit there.
yeah.
Oh, I'd be sucked in.
Practice go there more so than the coffee. It's the atmosphere.
Oh, they start talking about. Oh, I'd be sucked in. I'd be there for hours.
Oh, there you are. There's a new one near my house, and we always just go hang out. And my Trace is like, I'm gonna get a water. We just like going. I'm like, I have to order something, you know. But I like that matcha green latte. The matcha green latte with coconut milk is good. Or I get a hot matcha latte. It's really good.
Okay.
That's my new drink that I like there, the matcha.
I love their chai tea. I go and drink chai tea all the time. So
Yeah.
that's my thing.
We've talked about Starbucks more than
Yeah.
we ever thought we would.
That's all right.
That dang
I know,
corporate
right?
coffee.
I know, because I couldn't get it at the thing.
Yeah, I always wanted to hate them, and then I had them and went, oh, okay, I guess I can't hate them.
I do like to when we go places. Me and my daughters will pick a city and we'll go there and we'll find a local coffee place and we'll go hang out there and just try their stuff.
Local coffee places are great.
Yeah.
Brazil has really good coffee. There's a place in Hawaii that I love that I always order a lot of coffee in Maui, and they have their own chain there called Akamai. Delicious.
Oh,
And I order it if I can. Their coffee is so good, and they grow their beans. They the coffee there.
have you ever been? Years ago, I went to Nicaragua, and I had the pleasure of the family I traveled with had a coffee plantation.
Wow.
So we spent a day at the coffee plantation. It was the off season,
Yeah.
but it was how do I explain this? There was every plant, a seed that came out had one bean. It wasn't one bean.
That's
So it wasn't like it was a stalk, it was a small,
Right.
we'll say stock, it had one bean.
How did they get so many beans to put
I-
them back? That's a lot of work.
That's exactly it. They literally hired people that would live there and they would house them and feed them from morning to dawn to work to pick the one bean. And then they have to lay them out. And it was literally on a concrete thing where they laid out all the beans to dry out. But it was delicious. Oh my gosh.
Really?
Oh, it was so good.
To go to the coffee farm. I'm gonna have to take note to that.
Yeah. So, and they were trying, there was a whole political thing about getting over to the United States. But so I was there and they were so awesome. They treated us all day food, and they explained the whole process to us, and the whole family was terrific to us. And there was one of the daughters was there that took a liking to me, and the dad, I couldn't understand the way they talked, but
Right.
at one point they were like, yeah, if you don't leave now, you're going to be married in the next hour to this woman.
They're gonna have an arranged marriage. Oh,
You could have been the king of coffee in
And I'm like,
Nicaragua.
Would the plantation be part of the marriage?
yes. Is that the
Oh,
dowry that we're gonna have? You're gonna give me a dowry to marry your daughter?
I'm like, unlimited coffee?
I just screw that
Well,
up.
if you're married in another country and then you're married here, I don't think that really counts.
Right. Yeah, I'd have to move to Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Right.
Your wife would never allow you to come back.
No, it was beautiful. Just like a lot of things, areas that were so beautiful.
Yeah.
I like breathtakingly beautiful, and then poverty. There was no in between. No in between.
Yeah, you know what? That's why I really don't care for Jamaica so much.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people like Jamaica, but that was one of the things. The resorts are beautiful, but when you leave the resort, and even though it's so beautiful, the island, so much poverty and just,
Yeah.
just don't go there that much for that reason.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I wish they have places where like countries like that they can provide for people just to have the basic things,
Yeah. For sure.
The basic things. When I went to Dubai, and I really like Dubai, but I asked the people, like, why are everyone so happy? And they go, the people that don't have, they just provide basic things. Even though we think differently over here about the Middle East, people are not wanting for anything, you know, and comfortable. And you have the very wealthy, but you got the people that just have just them. It's not even like they're poor. They're just like not just basically middle class, but they provide everything for them, like affordable housing in nice areas. There's nothing bad there. You know, their lighting, their everything's given to them. So they just have the basic stuff.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Do that, because then you don't have like they don't have any crime there. They don't have, you know, the stuff that we complain about. They don't have it. And then when I start asking, they don't have it because they have everything they need. They're not wanting to have more. They just want the basic stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. That's if you provide, you provide that.
Yeah, it's very clean there. Very, very clean.
Nice.
And beautiful. That's one of the places you have to go. It's one of my favorite places.
Oh, yeah. It is now. Yeah. I have to think about that. I have to look into that.
Yeah.
See, this is why I love talking to people. Is that you learn things, you know, I would have never thought of that. So
business trip.
I was like, and I've been there like 3 times in a year.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's the first time, I mean, you went back the other times because you loved it so much?
Yeah. Well, I found a way. Well, I had to went over there for business the first time. And when we moved to London, they kept asking him to come over, but he just had this whole perception of it's the Middle East. I don't think I want to be there and whatever.
Yeah.
And my friend had gotten married to this guy. They moved there. She's like, oh no, she's from LA. You're going to love it. I promise you would like it. And I was like, we should just check it out anyway. We never went. And he went like a year and a half ago for work. Month later, he's like, you're going to love this place. We're going back. Literally went back a month later, loved it. Then I went a year ago today, like literally a year ago this month I was there. And then I went back in February, this past February.
Wow.
Oh, this is all recent. Okay.
Yeah, no, I just went there. And then I'm trying to plan another trip.
Nice.
I'm like, go back to Dubai. I just wanted, how can we go? Because it's just, you feel like I was talking about today. It's like you feel relaxed. I don't know what it is, but you're over there. You're relaxed. Like you just don't feel any kind of weird nothing. I can't describe it. You have to go see for yourself.
Well, now you can build that into your show.
I'm
travel expenses but yeah. I don't need to tell you. I don't need to tell you.
Don't give away the secrets.
You got it all worked out.
I'm trying to work it out.
You're smarter than I am. You got it all worked out.
I think we would make a good reality show. Can you hook us up?
Well, I'm gonna have the reality show, and then I'm gonna have the reality of us being on the show. I'm gonna be on the show again, and then we're gonna be on, and we're like, what is it that you guys?
There you go.
We can be silly. We'll have a couple of drinks so we get more silly.
Nice.
Well,
we're always good for that.
There you go. 100%. Your reality show gets going. We're gonna come back on and we'll promote the shit out of that.
So yeah, that's happening soon, like now.
Awesome.
Cool. So how long do we have to wait for the NFT project? What does the timeline look like on that thing?
Like in a week. I say in a week.
Yeah.
We're finishing up some contracts with some of the girls.
Okay.
And so we don't want to really talk because
we
have the other company, the other girls doing theirs, and I don't want to get those girls in trouble.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to say anything until we know for sure what we're doing. You know, we're just finishing it up. Everything's done. We're just finishing like everything up.
It's exciting.
And with the artist that we have, his stuff is very different.
I can't wait. To see them.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Well, and that's, I think his point is when it does happen, obviously we got Trace's episode, we got yours, and we can kind of wait for when that happens, and we'll just release it at the same time.
That'll be great. So you know what? Like if I could get some stuff done this week, and then I'll send you a couple, and Susie knows I'm coming on tonight. So
okay.
I'm going to talk to her and see if we could at least release ours. We have just a couple sample ones.
Yeah.
So it will just kind of give you a vision of what to expect.
Cool.
Oh, awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
And take it. I'm not saying rush, obviously, but
right. Yeah. We got. Yeah.
Whenever it is, we'll work it out. We will work it out.
Yeah.
Cool. And you're gonna like her. She's great.
Yeah, I can't wait. So
that'd be fun. And any of the girls. that want to come on. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
As yours grows.
Yeah, no, we got some good girls.
Yeah. So keep us in mind when they grow. We'll have them on. We'll promote. We'll push it all.
Well, I've been telling them to come on, right? I've been trying to get some of the girls to come on. I've been telling them, I was like, oh no, I did the show, and I've done a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are my favorite.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
did tell them. And I'm not just saying that. You guys actually are my favorite.
Oh,
Well, we
a lot. Well, obviously they're going to come on. They want to talk about it. So when they're ready to,
yeah.
boom, we're there.
I mean, we say it all the time. We pinch ourselves every time we do one of these things because we don't know how we got so lucky to fall into this world, but we did.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, let's take a cheers. Toast to that, right?
Yeah.
Cheers to just enjoying talking to you. It's so much fun.
I can tell you when we started this thing, I didn't think a year after we'd be sitting around talking to playmate after playmate after playmate. That never was part of the.
Didn't cross your mind, did you? See, and if one playmate likes it, then we tell the other girl, and we're like, go, because we have other people asking us to do stuff, and we're like, no, do that one. That was the fun one.
Oh, we love you. We love you girls so much. We really do.
Yeah.
So much.
So thank you for coming back on. We'll let you promote away
What you can.
Yeah.
And we love our shirts. And I've been wearing my T-shirt. I know I'm going to take a picture, but when I have it on, I'm like, oh, I look crunchy today. I can't take a picture.
Wait, what?
What is crunchy?
But I'm not looking like I'm not made up. I look crunchy. I have my T-shirt on and I like it. I'm like doing stuff. I have my shorts and tank on, and I'm looking crunchy.
I'm glowing just thinking, actually hearing that you're actually wearing it. Like I just assume
Throw it in the corner.
Most of the time you guys get these things.
Oh,
like,
I wear it.
Take the picture and okay, we're good. But that actually means more than the picture. It's cool to hear that you actually wear it.
I actually have been wearing it.
I love it.
That's
awesome.
I'm going to reach out to Trace because if anybody can
make it look cool, it's Trace.
Trace, okay, I'm gonna get a picture. I'm going to get a picture with him tomorrow because we have an event to go to. He has a red carpet. Nice. So he's going to be like kind of fixed up and looking cool. I'm going to say, hey, put the T-shirt on.
Nice.
Because we talked about it a little bit. He's got the poses down, and we could tell by the red carpet videos, he's going to make it look cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He knows how to get in there.
Yeah, he does.
A little bit.
We've never
cooler than we'll ever look.
Yeah, we've never had a dude with his flair on the show. Believe me, he's gonna look cooler than any other guy.
I call it this Bruno Mars hair.
Yep. He's got it.
He's got it going. So again, we can't promote what you can, but when you get back, we will put it in the links and everything. When you want to release everything. So
yeah, and I will text you.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk to Susie. So if I have it before you guys do this, then I'm going to say, hey, you want to just take that little part and then we could do the
sure.
And we'll wait. Yeah, cool. We can wait for when you're ready.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hold on to this. We can hold on to this as long as you want us to. Just let me know. I'll message you. And I mean, if you think it's going to extend out way too long, then maybe we'll put it out. But if it's going to be in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, we can wait and hold on.
Oh, you got to be out before then.
Yeah. No problem. No problem.
Yeah, we'll wait for you. Absolutely.
Did Trace tell you that he's working on an anti-bullying campaign, a nonprofit?
No, he didn't.
He did not.
He didn't. I think we talked a little bit about it with you the last time you were on, but I didn't. I didn't know he was involved. So what is it?
So it's because we were thinking about doing it. So the name of it is TAP, which is Together All Protected.
Okay.
TAP is actually Trace's initials, Trace Austin Price.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right.
So Together All Protected. So he's going to do something, with the kids getting bullied and mistreated. There's not enough attention on it. So we want to make it a little bit, across the country and a little bit global. He went through it really bad when he was young because he was small for his age. For some reason where my husband's big, I'm big, but he was really tiny and he had just not good experiences. And when COVID happened, we had to put him on. Well, he was already on, online school, which we considered it, but we go for the social aspects. And then someone said, you guys have been through so much. When you try to talk to the police, they kind of dismiss it. Now it's coming out how bad the bullying is. But anyway, he's going to be the face of it. And I said to him, this is going to be a great experience because so many kids can relate and you can save a lot of kids' lives and have, something for them just to talk to when they're going through it. Because a lot of times they don't want to tell you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's I think right there is the biggest thing. They don't know who to talk to about it. They don't know how to talk to somebody about it.
And they don't tell their parents. And I could tell something was going on with them. I would look at it and go, okay, yeah, something's happening. I mean, we had kids show up to my house in the middle of the night saying they wanted to fight him, and I'm that mom. But I said to him, I was out there trying to fight the boys. But I was just saying that some people don't have parents like that.
Right.
I'm that mom, but I'm ready to beat anyone's butt. I think I'm tough. I have my bat.
I have my bat.
I will beat your butt. I'm gonna tell your mama I'm gonna beat your butt. I'm the mama first, right? But anyway, so he's gonna be the face of this nonprofit to help kids, and
and they have a website and all that.
Yeah. So we're building that right now. So that should be launched in October.
Cool.
Oh, well, then absolutely. I mean, now we won't wait to October, but
we'll make sure to put whatever info we can. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome. Again, good for him. I mean, you're right. I think, kids of that age, I'm sure find it easier talking to a peer instead of having, so somebody who's been through
involved in music, someone wants to write, and that's how he found his outlet. Like some of his music's mature, and that's because he found that outlet because of what his experience was, so he can have an alter ego, and that's what he related to. He found because I was worried at some point, but parents have to get in tune and look at the signs. So it's going to have all that. So there's a platform.
Good.
That's a great cause. I mean, it really is. We'll help you anyways, and we're behind it 100%.
Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome.
Oh, absolutely. Kids are our future, man.
Yeah.
Right.
I've got a young one, and I dread what it's going to be like when she's in high school and having it. What's that?
How old is she?
She's 7 now. So. Yeah.
A lot to come.
Yeah.
It's know what, as a parent, you're the stressed one. Like when he goes through something, he had something happen recently, and I'm like, you don't understand. It's upsetting for me,
right?
Because you don't understand until you become a parent. You don't want your kid hurt,
right?
Yeah,
that's the other thing that you go through as a parent. So yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
You'll take all of it as long as I get none of it, for sure.
Right.
So yeah.
But they still do, and that's regardless. Which I went through it all. But but then we all with a great supportive system, we can all make it through.
Yeah, we can.
I think so.
You guys are helping. Got the support system here.
Absolutely.
happy
100%.
happy to help.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%.
Well, I always enjoy talking to you guys.
Well, thank you so much. We
so much fun every time.
We can't ever say thanks enough for what you guys do for us. So we appreciate it. And like we said, anytime you want to promote anything, you're more than welcome. So
appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good night.
Cheers one more time. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Good night.
Church on the run.
Good
Church on the run. I like that one.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you for listening. The tavern is closed for now, but we'd love to have you back for more fun next time. Seriously though, get your asses out of here.